An unusual cloud formation gives us very special light. Good morning, everybody. Look at this cloud. It's cloud all around, 360 degrees. All one big cloud. Amazing light. So peaceful all around. And yet the passages we read have their major drama. Dramas of confidence. One where there is the lack of confidence, and the other one where it's extraordinary confidence. The people go scouting the promised land. And their take is that it's not going to be possible. Sometimes when we survey the landscape, our life, the challenges, we're overwhelmed. Really, no matter what challenge we're placed in, we're equipped to deal with it. And there's a line St. Paul writes, "My grace is enough for you." That's what he heard in prayer when he complained that it was too much what he was being asked to bear. A mysterious text, we don't really know exactly what it was that Paul was suffering. He calls it a thorn in the flesh. My grace is enough for you. And if God loves us and creates us, it's the test of our providence to trust in Him, no matter what's going to happen. No matter what. 3 words. No matter what. Sometimes there are very, very difficult situations for people. And the great training of a faith life is so powerful in that way, because people can endure no matter what. They do it for love. Sometimes they do it for patriotism. But what could be a greater motivation and calling than the trust we can place in God? No matter what. And that's really the core of love, as also expressed in marriage, in the marriage vows. In riches or poverty, in health or sickness. There's that aspiration in the human heart for no matter what. That desire for fidelity is so strong. Guys, I want to point out a geographical feature from here. So we have all these palm trees sticking up. And then we go back beyond the restaurant we're building. And we see Migdal, asleep or waking up. And the little ridge on which it's built, rising behind it. And then in the distance we see the hills, the mountains bordering Lebanon. So were you to drive on the road on the crest of those hills, you'd look into Lebanon on the north side. We're south of there. So that's part of our story today in the gospel. So I just wanted to make a point of relationship. And we can hold on to that memory for a moment. I'm going to take you over to our map. The 1.5 million piece mosaic map. So the trust in God is something that carries us through major crises and problems. And it's remarkable how many people live and experience that today. People that tell us really very, very unbearable situations and how they come through. Let me say it like this, with flying colours. Like 2 children that had major, major, major health issues. Only 10 others like them in the world were here recently. Bodily deformity or paralysis. And fascinating, the self-confidence they had. They're very sharp as well, and when you're very sharp you can become more sensitive to that. And in that sense, you could be very subject to bullying because you would notice the reactions of others. They had brilliant minds and great capacity to pick up on humor and irony, and therefore they could pick up on everything else, you know. Bullying would be very, very possible phenomenon that they could experience because kids are very tough. And these kids grew with a great self-confidence. Absolutely no issue about their situation. Participating, understanding the entire conversation we had guiding here a month ago. I'm sure the parents had their challenge. Parents who were surprised by a child with Down syndrome when the child is born. Nowadays, people are sometimes let know ahead of the game through the embryonic tests. To be able to face difficulties with confidence in God. And now we go on up all the way up behind, we can see Svat from here on top of the hills up there on the border of Lebanon, that famous Jewish town. Well, I'm trying to straighten out the screen here. There we are. So, and if we went all the hills way back toward the Mediterranean, and then going north, you have Tyre and Sidon. And Jesus has gone all that way. There weren't too many speed trains operating at that time, or freeways built, or cars. That was all done by walking. And then the woman in the gospel today in Tyre and Sidon has a daughter in great need. That's a tough deal for parents, to live with a child, to have a child, to raise a child in major need. my daughter is tormented by a demon. And Jesus allows her faith to be tested with comments he makes, but he's not sent to pagans. And her faith just rises to the occasion. Her confidence that he can cure her daughter. He can heal her, he can liberate her, he can free her. And Jesus says to her, "O woman, great is your faith. Woman, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you wish." Let it be done for you as you wish. Tomorrow we have a special feast day, so we'll have a different gospel reading. And we won't read the following passage where it says Jesus came to the Decapolis, and that's all the way from up in the coast of Lebanon, all the way down towards Jordan. I can show you and just suggest where it might be. "O woman, let it be done according to your faith." Faith and confidence go together. Because if we have faith in God who is creator, God who is provident, enough the people who are asleep appreciate that. I think it's an agricultural plane doing spraying. I hope it's not just some stunt guy. The confidence to take on the situation that God puts before me. That kind of confidence. And that comes from faith, because if God is God and he loves me and he creates me and he puts me in this world, and I have to deal with a major health issue, a major financial issue, a major tension in the family, God will give me the grace to handle it. There's no situation beyond God's grace capacity to lead me and guide me in life. No situation, not one. Even we face the doors of death, and that's the great comfort of the Christian, that we can go through that passage with great serenity, with joy, with expectation, because we're in God's hands. So the Decapolis starts right over here behind this palm tree, on the other side with Hippos, and it goes all the way down to Philadelphia, which is currently named Amman, like its original name was with the Ammonites, the capital of Jordan today, across from the north of the Dead Sea. And somewhere between here and there, Jesus walked to the next station that he had to serve. Just a little idea of the appreciation of the geography of Jesus' travels. One stroke of the pen, and from there he went to the Decapolis. From there he took the fast train to Beijing, you know. It's a long trip from the hills of Lebanon that we can again see in our picture here, and then I'll sign off with this. You see them sticking up over there, and that's only halfway over to the coast, guys. So you have to keep going west. There's another one. Keep going west. Well, no, this one's close to us, but it's quite the trip. People, God bless you. See you later, alligators. I'll do it this way today. Bye.